problem that we have in Aberdeenshire is such a huge geographical area.
I can spend easily an hour driving from one centre to another, even though it's only, sort of 35 miles or whatever, because of obviously, the roads, the infrastructure here.
Here you could basically not know who people are, and you can work for the council all your life within the same department.
It's a really great way of breaking down those silos and getting people to speak together and just cooperate and collaborate.
Just from an individual point of view, yeah, just identifying different groups and different people, even just within my network, which is great. So,
and breaking down some of the barriers and misunderstandings of what other people do during day jobs.
We're doing a Kaizen blitz. Now, Kaizen kind of started in Japanese car manufacturing about 50 years ago, but we as Aberdeenshire Council, we've kind of adapted it with the help of some consultants about 3 years ago to do it in a council setting, which is much different than a car manufacturing plant, as you can imagine. So today we're working on holiday programs, and it's a 5-day concentrated event where we take the team through a journey, starting into uncovering their process, taking it apart, putting it back in a better way, and then reporting back to kind of their management and peers.
I haven't been on Kaizen before, but I do know people who have, and everybody seems to have the same. It's really empowering because you're told all the way through, you can make this decision. Nobody's going to come to you at the end of the day and say, no, you're not doing that. It's what you decide goes.
The beauty of Kaizen is you get all the people in the process round the table, so you have a wealth of knowledge round the table.
Well, it's just a really effective tool to get things sorted. Once and for all, things that have been bugging you for years, you're like, right, let's just sort this, get the right people around the table, lock them in a room together, they don't have to do anything else for that whole week, they can go and talk to anybody they want to, nobody can say no, and you just sort it. I mean, given that kind of concentrated input of resources and enthusiasm.
And here we have people like leisure facilities, sports development, arts development, community learning and development, childcare, things like that. So it is quite a melding of different service providers.
How many times would you get representatives from all this, available for a week? So I think in itself it's quite a powerful tool in that respect.
Issues won't go away, but we're just attacking them from a different angle and a more integrated approach.
Management have trusted us to let the actual people doing the job change their job, and it's that support from the management. It's also having the actual people delivering the service doing it, which has made such a difference. They go back and do their day job, but they do have kind of continuing. For example, in this one, they're each going to take an area of Aberdeenshire to do the launch. They're going to do a big meeting and kind of a networking event and setting up their framework in their marketing plan.
We can give people a framework, but it only is a framework. It's harder for us to get them to buy into it, so we really need to come up with a brilliant product. In order to get the best out of what we've done here, we're going to have to invest quite a lot of time and effort into the results, really. I mean, the hard work is going to start come Monday morning.
We've really given ourselves a tough timescale, but I think you don't do a Kaizen week and then do nothing afterwards. You really got to keep that momentum going. And the Kaizen week is only at the start, and I'm not sure everybody realised that when they came on it, but they certainly do now. But because they're now so enthused and so knowledgeable about the subject that they're all pretty confident to go out and do the bits that they have to do.
I've seen it grow and seen it evolve, and see the expertise in the facilitators, but also the buy-in from staff as well, and the trust that they've built. There are many benefits. I mean, the nice ones are the hard ones and the cash ones that you can actually say we've saved so much money or done this or done that. Just 4 weeks ago, Laura and I worked on a joint Kaizen with Health about equipment and equipment stores and how we store our equipment. And at the end of that Kaizen, through rationalisation of the stores and how people were keeping their equipment, we freed up potentially £330,000 worth of stock. I say at the beginning of a Kaizen week, this is the only team in the world that can actually fix this problem. And it's true. That is the only team that can fix that particular problem in Aberdeenshire Council because they have the knowledge.
It's not something that's imposed on people, it's something that the actual workers themselves, where they can see that there needs to be an improvement. Nobody from above says, right, we need a Kaizen on this. I went to them and I said, look, we need to get this sorted. We could do so much better. And I'm middle management, just went to them and said, can we have a Kaizen on this? And they're like, yeah, gave them a proposal, told them what I thought what we could sort. And they said, yes, just get on with it. You know, and then you're like, oh.
They decide, because they know what is best, so they decide what to do with their own experience, with their colleagues' input. And it's great. And it's within a week, they have an implementation plan, they've got proper products that have come from this, and it's absolutely amazing.
Do you get a say in who's going to be involved in that? Which workers you actually want?
I get to choose my dream team, so yeah. So I did, and actually I got the first choice of everybody I wanted. Obviously you need a little bit of a representation, and you also choose people you know who are going to be enthusiastic about the topic and not, you know, not against it from the start or anything. But no, you get to choose it. Their managers have to free them up for the week.
We have 11 team members, and there's myself and another facilitator who's helping out. But we also, on Tuesday morning and Thursday morning, the team go out and consult with people. So that could be anywhere from 5 to 20 people. Also, we have open sessions Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, where people actually come to visit us. And so that's another chance of consulting. So in reality, there's much more than just the team that are involved in this, but there are 11 key dedicated people.
What did you think about today's presentation? What have you've just heard?
It was tremendous. I really enjoyed it, but then I always do enjoy the Kaizen reports out because you see the enormous amount of talent and experience that we have in the council, and they're just desperate of an opportunity to use all that expertise to improve the services. And that's what our job is as managers in the organisation, is to allow that in a structured way to come out and then support them so that all the good ideas are actually put into effect.
It's got this associations with Japanese manufacturing, but to me it sounds a bit like your improvement programme. I mean,
it is our improvement programme, and we've actually adapted it because initially it was to do with production in factories, but we have adapted it and brought more a public sector model to bear on it. So we have done that over the 4 years that we've been involved in this.
You've given people a week out the office to sort out an issue. Is it worth the time?
We have done 60 of these weeks.
Wow.
And I'm absolutely convinced we wouldn't have continued it had it not been hugely successful. It is the right thing to do. I'm absolutely convinced of that. And the Kaizen word is a bit strange, but people seem to like it. And it's shorthand in Aberdeenshire Council for improving things, making things as good as they can be.